The name is so terrific, right? It's not that it's so terrific. We got Michael Jackson, MJ. Your child probably has the initials MJ, right? Um, you know, it was the work ethic, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the greatness displayed, the flu game, the the symbolism, the pushing that Michael Jordan did to his teammates to push them and practice on another level. The ability for greatness to be surrounded around him without being intimidated. The ability to have Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman and Bill Cartwright and Horace Grant and Steve Kerr and um, greatness all around him, but yet be great. Feel like I'm still the best and the greatest on the team and in the league. Right? I'm in a league of my own, and that's why really people really buy into MJ and the fact that they respect the legacy, right? And the fact that he still market, even in retirement, he still markets. That's a whole nother lesson. But let's look at 50 Cent as a comparison. 50 Cent said that he was in a store and he saw water, right? He got this revelation. People, there's nothing like a revelation from the divine God. It is nothing like that. So that you can see for yourself, right? And he said he looked at two bottles of water, and both of them market spring water, but one just had a better brand. So I'm talking to let's say owning a business and owning a business system. This is where the teaching is coming in, right? So he said, what makes this spring water so different? He says nothing but the brand. It could have been from the same water source or whatever, the branding of it. And he said then he saw vitamin water. He saw vitamin water, and you all know that 50 Cent, his body has, kind of transformed now. But the back in the days, that 50 Cent, very muscular, very fit, and he thought vitamin water was very unique. I drink vitamin water to this day. I love vitamin water, right? And he said, I wanted to buy that business system. Now, 50 Cent could have easily took his name and said, I'm going to have water that competes against vitamin water, and I'm going to call it 50-50, right? If he came to me to market that, I would have marketed this. I would have said 50. What about this? You like vitamin water? Let's come out with a competitive water and call it 50-50. 50% water, 50% vitamin. 100% of maximal benefits. Don't you all think that's good? Don't you think isn't that good, you all? You think 50 Cent would have, paid me to help him come up with that marketing plan? Let's call this water 50-50. 50% water and 50% vitamins. 100% maximum benefit. Let's put everything that vitamin water has. You have the body, you have the brand, and you have the brain, the mindset. Now, if you are watching this live or on the replay, I want you to type that in. The body, BODY, the brand, and the third one is the brain. But no, 50 Cent knew that if he would have came up with his own water, that he would have to hire the employees, hire the production team, hire the marketing team, hire the CFOs, right? His financial team, financial advisors, pay for all the equipment, have a brick and mortar business for the production. 50 Cent said, I don't want to buy a business. I'm the boss. But I don't want to hire a business and oversee employees and reinvent the wheel. This is some deep knowledge that I'm dropping you all. How to 10x your money and 10x your mind, right? To 10x your future. So 50 said, no, I'm going to buy this business system. They already have everything intact. You know what's bigger than buying and having your own business and your own brand? Is buying a system. So 50 bought the business system. And then he resold it. And he said because they had an income disclaimer, he cannot fully release the amount that he got from that deal, from investing in the business system. But I know he said it was at least 9 zeros, if I'm not mistaken. His ROI, return on the investment. And oftentimes, especially small business owners, they don't look at that. Yes, you hired yourself to become your own boss, but oftentimes you want to just focus on the operations and the brand. The business side is the uphill battle that you really don't have time for because it takes so many people in place. So why not invest in a business system? Have you ever been told the benefits of investing in a business system? Well, let me tell you. You don't have the stressors of dealing with in-house issues. You don't have the stressors of making sure your payments are automated and that you have a good accountant. You heard the Steve Harvey story, right? In which his accountant hadn't paid the IRS and that put him in a hole he had to dig himself out of for years. And if you're going to be a business owner, I would suggest why not own a system as well, a business system. And this is why the 10X is on the screen, because once you own the correct business system, you get more money back from the government in form of taxes than you do being a business owner, than you do being a sole proprietor, having an LLC, a S Corp, or a C Corp. So it's best to do dual because the name of the game is keeping more of the money that you're already making. That's the name of it. So with four simple moves, four strategies, I teach people how to 10X their money, double their money with the money they're already making, how to double 10X, 10 times their credit, and then how to leverage your credit, OPM, the bank's money. The reason why a lot of people fear the poor working class and the middle class alike, fear using OPM, other people's money, or the bank's money, TBM, because they never been taught the correct way to use debt, to use their credit. They've only been taught to use their credit like I purchased Coach to buy things, not assets, things that take money out of their pockets, not things that put money into your pockets. But the rich and wealthy understand they never use their own money and they never own a business. They control them. They never own a business. They control it. Because at that point, when you reach a certain income level, you don't want to be connected to any type of lawsuits or liability on your part. So they never own a business. They always control it. Their motto is own nothing, control everything. So how to 10x your credit and then leverage it the right way to get assets. 10x your capital gains, tax return. The rich and wealthy never pay more in taxes. Grant Cardone said it this way, and I might show you all that video. Grant Cardone says you get taxed before you get paid your money. Federal taxes come out, right? And then you get taxed again when you get ready to spend the money. Retail tax. I've said that over and over again myself on my channel. But sometimes I think you all need a second voice to affirm that information for you. He said, then you get taxed when you die. You get taxed when you die, right? So you're paying taxes on your wages, which that 10x will help you not to do or pay it at a lesser rate. Then you get taxed on the sales to spend your own money. And then you pay income tax on the money that was already taxed. See, most people don't know this, that your income tax return, you get taxed on that because that's counted as income. So it's really not to anyone's advantage, and I know most people don't know this, to get a tax refund. Because means, again, fund means money, which means you're getting your own money back. You just gave the government a tax-free loan so they can invest your money when you could have been bringing that money back into your household and you could have been investing that money. You could have been investing that money. And with the gains that you see in cryptocurrency, which I'm about to show you and share my screen and show you, that's how you 10x your money in this recession. I posted this on my Facebook. This is going to sound crazy. Julian Gordon posted this. I love Julian. I follow him. Getting a tax refund means you messed up. Right? You know you messed up, don't you? You know you messed up, don't you? A refund means you're getting what's yours back. So you let the government hold your money interest-free for a year. You could have turned that 5K into 6K. And then you got inflation, which is the silent tax. But now it's only worth 4.5K with inflation. Do you know that you're getting last year's money back when you get your tax refund? And that money loses its purchasing power? So it doesn't even buy what as much this year as it would about last year. So this is what we call income shifting. I ask people all the time, have you heard of income shifting? So income tax is on the money that you already was taxed, because don't forget, you was taxed out of your paycheck on that. And you're taxed on it again. Inflation is a tax as well. And then when you die, your kids have to pay a death tax on the money that was already taxed. I could go into that about life insurance with people, But people, listen, I'm into investments that I can use, right? And pull out, and it won't take me years and years to do that at 0% tax free. That's just my take on that. I could do some live streams about what I believe when it comes to life insurance. I don't even like to call it life insurance. I call it income insurance. That when you are investing in it, it should be to protect your income. So when your heirs get it, or whoever you're leaving it to, it doesn't greatly depreciate in the transfer at the time of your death. And also where you can still leverage it. But I don't believe in overpaying and some of these index universal life insurance. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. So then the death tax for the money that was already taxed, And so people that don't have a financial background or knowledge, they don't know that they don't have to be taxed on their wages or giving the government a tax-free loan. Some of them don't even know they're giving the government a tax-free loan. That money that you're giving away out of your, and I say giving away because it's a choice. Because if you just added this 10x business to your W-4, you can position yourself to greatly reduce that. Or if you have investing income or small business income coming in, that's called active income, you can greatly reduce the taxes that you pay on that. Most small business owners try to actually hide the amount of money that they're making because they don't want to pay high taxes when it's a better way they can do that. It's a better way. You don't have to hide it. You can just get in the 10x business on the screen. So with that being said, I'm about to go get my workout on. I just wanted to bring you out a quick live stream. Share these two articles with you all and to remind you to hit that thumbs up. But right now, Joe Biden is definitely need more oil. But guess what? Look at the time on this article. 11:01. 11:11 is the number, sign, and system that a wealth transfer is happening, but destruction and destroyment happens first. That's why 9/11 was scheduled for 9/11. Now, although you think it's 9/11, it was actually 7/11 because September is actually the seventh month. Many people go by the Gregorian calendar and they think it was the ninth month, but September is actually the seventh month. So it's really was 7/11. If you know anything about dice and the 7-Eleven convenience store, and maybe you don't, I'm not going to teach on that on 7/11. But 7/11 is a very biblical number that also shows that wealth transfer release is happening as well. So this was written at 11:01. All you have to do is keep up, see the time, the dates that they say these articles are, and understand how to connect it with biblical numbers, and you will know how to move, prepare, and plan, and who to connect with. Right? Who to connect with. Connection is so important. Right? Connection is so important. So now they're saying that, um, you know, all and why is he canceling leases on government land to drill? I've been telling you all that as soon as schools dismissals come, that you're going to see at least $7 a gallon, right, of gas. You're going to at least see that much. Now you might, nah, Queen, we won't get that. I'm like, why wouldn't you think it's going to get that bad? Because my God, it's the highest price you ever seen it ever, right? It's the highest price you ever seen it ever. So if these prices are not shocking you, then what you're going to see in the next couple of months, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. Some people, they're definitely not going to be ready for. They're definitely not going to be ready for what's coming ahead. I never seen a rich person that made money alone. Ever. They always make money in multiple and groups of networking, collaboration, and connections. So Joe Biden has already repeated the amount of oil being produced in the United States at this time over and over again. He has said that the United States is producing record amounts of oil per day, that is approaching record numbers of production. So why is he canceling leases if America desperately needs more oil? right? Look at the number 11 again in this article. Now the thing about 1111 though, it does represent a wealth transfer, but destruction happens first. Like I mentioned 9/11, millions of dollars of gold and silver. Silver was found under destruction, under the buildings, under the rubble of those twin towers. So the most recent production, 11.3 million, they said was in February, 12.8 million, right? And this is below the monthly record of 12.97 million reported in November 2019. So these prices and counseling leases, they're saying they cannot understand, but I know what's going on is to reset the currency system and change us from physical currency to digital, right? Now, also, the number of people receiving unemployment benefits at a record low, 52-year low to be exact. Number receiving jobless claims at a 52-year low. The number of people receiving unemployment benefits fell in early May to the lowest point in more than 50 years. 50 years. 50 years. 50 years. The number of people is never been this low receiving unemployment